This training will provide information and demonstrate how to use direct secure messaging. NDHIN's application is called Communicate. I do use the term DSM and Communicate interchangeably. We will log in and look at the application in just a moment, but I want to share that Communicate meets the rules and regulations set forth by ONC for secure messaging. This is different than encrypted email as it is more secure. It can be described as a closed-loop system in which you can guarantee the message is securely sent from beginning secure point to ending secure point. This service is available at no extra charge to currently active NDHIN participants. When using Communicate, it functions like an email platform, but the security features in the background allow for sending of sensitive information from secure point to secure point. Additional agreements and forms are required to use this application. You can use the link on this slide to obtain those forms. Generally speaking, if you know your organization uses Communicate, you can self-register and your DSM administrator needs to approve it. This slide shows a comparison to help you better understand the differences between the two types of systems. You may pause the video and read through them if you so choose. And this slide shows examples of the types of documents and information that could be sent via a direct secure message. I will be accessing Communicate using the web portal, and this is the login page. My username and password are already entered, so I will go ahead and log in. There are some organizations that access this directly using what we call the single sign-on method. So it is a shortcut or a link within the EMR that a user can use to directly go into this application and bypasses the need to enter a username and password. Once accessed, you will be taken directly to your mailbox. You can see that it is organized like any other email application with an inbox, drafts, a sent, and trash. And when you click on each of these, you can see the contents of what's in each folder. You have the ability to add folders. So if you click on the plus sign, we'll just go ahead and make a test folder and click add. And now we have a new folder in the inbox. When you click on the name of the folder, you now have the ability to delete it or move it or rename it if you so choose. I am going to go ahead and delete that. You also have the ability to create an address book, and you can add a new contact. You would go ahead and fill in that information. Or you could add a new group. And then you have the ability to set some preferences. And before I move to that screen, I will point out that I have set up a folder here called Dispatched Messages, and we'll refer to that in just a second. So when I click on Preferences, I get various options to tailor my mailbox. I can auto forward and I can share my mailbox. To do either of these, the users must all be within the same email domain, such as listed up here. So everything after the @ sign is my email domain, and so all of these users need to be within that same domain. It is recommended to have NDHIN staff assist with setting up any sharing of mailboxes to ensure that they are properly set up, and there is a little bit of maintenance to go along with this. I will uncheck those now. It is easy to set an out-of-office reply by simply just typing your messages, just like you would in most other emails. So if I click Save, that will share. And then the remaining features are to create message rules and to set up a signature. And the signature is very easy. As you can see, I typed in my message right here, and so any of my messages will include this signature at the end. The message rules is the last option we have in our preferences setting, and here is where we use this dispatched messages folder that I mentioned earlier. So that folder has been set up, and now any message that contains the word dispatched will automatically be moved to that folder. I will go ahead and cancel this because I didn't want to save anything there. And now I'm going to go back to my inbox and I'll show you when we send a message, it creates a dispatched report. And so here you can see down here, I have some that show dispatched. Well, now since I set up that folder, any of those will automatically populate in this folder and I won't have to move it. And I like that because it just decreases the clutter in my inbox. So next we'll talk about sending a message. And to do that, you simply click on the envelope and you will get a window to create a new message. And so we just start typing in the name of the person you want to send to. I'm going to send a message to myself. And just by typing in a few letters, I get a directory. So I will be able to choose the right person from this list. I will point out that not all of the email domains are the same, but they do all contain the word direct, or most of them will contain the word direct. These messages do need to be sent from one direct secure messaging system to another. And a question that we often get is how to know if it's a DSM email, and that is a good indication. And so I just chose myself, and I'll just send a message to myself. And then we just go ahead and complete all the emails. And so I have a subject and my message, and then you have some other editing tools here. And you can see my signature is included in this message. And then if I want to include a document, I can go ahead and use my browse and then just select my document. And so all of my fields are filled out. So then I just simply will hit send. And now I will refresh my page and we will be able to follow this message. Now I just sent that message, and remember the subject line was test 15. And so this showed me that my message successfully dispatched. So that's a security feature to let me know that it successfully went from secure point to secure point. And then I emailed myself. And so this is what it would look like in somebody's inbox. And it shows me, who it's from, the message, and then we can see my attachment. And if I click download, and we'll just see what that attachment looks like. And if you remember, this is the continuity of care document that we created in a previous NDHIN training. So we saw the dispatch message, we see the message and what it looks like in an inbox. And now I'm going to show you how you know that you received a message, because not everybody stays logged in to their DSM account. When you first set up your DSM account, you will indicate which email to use for notifications. And I would suggest using an email that you check regularly throughout the day, such as your work email, or it could be a Gmail or a Yahoo email. But this is where your notification will show up. So this is telling me that I received a new message from Patty to my direct email, and I could click on this link to go look at that email. And so in that case, I would go ahead and log in and come back and find my message is right here from Patty. So that is the basics of how to use the direct secure messaging application called Communicate.